quick to our Torah. At least you can get something beyond being here in David and B'Yechidut. Very quick to our Torah. This week's Parsha, V'Yechi, is really the end of the generation. You know, Yaakov passes away, he's the last of the Avot, and Yosef passes away at 110. He's the first of the brothers to pass away because he was remember, he was prime minister of Egypt. And whenever you're in an office like that and you're always thinking about a lot of things, it is very wearing on you. If you ever look at presidents before and after, you see how much they age while president. All of them, almost without exception. And the only reason Reagan's hair didn't turn gray was he dyed his hair. But in all cases, you see how much they really age. Because the nature of being a leader is you're thinking about all your decisions. You're making major decisions. Yosef was the exemplar of this. He was always thinking, everything I do will have an effect on a lot of people. Whereas for most of us, the effect is, us, our family, but that's it. And then we miss something very important, is that even though you don't think that you're making major decisions that affect a lot of people, in reality you are. Because like you have children, the next generation. Or an example was I used to do tours in Tzfat. It was a 2-hour tour, walking tour of the old city of Tzfat, and I didn't think much of it, in the sense of how much effect would I have. 2 events that happened that convinced me otherwise. One was I was walking around Yerushalayim, and this chassid comes up to me, and he said, "Shlomo, how are you?" And I looked at him, I didn't recognize him. He said, "Oh, you don't remember me. When I did your tour, I had long hair, and I was on my way to India to find spirituality. And your tour taught me that there was spirituality within Judaism." Another guy, I met him, I was doing Miluim, or reserve duty, and he was in the paratroopers in Israel. And because of my tour, he had decided to make Aliyah and went into the paratroops. So I was just amazed. I affected these guys' lives to that extent. And they all credited my tour. So even though you don't think you're that important, you're much more important than you realize. Your effect is all around you. And that's something to think about.